What's going on, everybody? Mike McIntyre here from All Things Sports, back with a brand new video with the Puma Ultra 1.2 Game On Edition. Game on. Alright everyone, thanks for stopping by. As always, Mike McIntyre, All Things Sports, brand new review for you. Before we begin, I want you to check out the link down below in the description. I've tried out Teespring. So this is essentially a t-shirt service or a merchandise service. If you guys are interested in picking up any of the gear that you see me wear in the videos and you're interested in supporting the channel, be sure to check out that link down below and just let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm trying it out. This is the first time I'm using Teespring. If you're interested in picking up a t-shirt or some gear or whatever for yourselves, check the link out and let's get into the video. Before we begin, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, please hit the like button, and let's get into the unboxing and review of the Puma Ultra 1.2. So, we're gonna unbox the boots. Boot number 1. And boot number 2. Now, I've done a review on the Puma Ultra before. I did the orange colorway that came out closer to the launch of the boot itself, and this is technically the 1.2 version of the Puma Ultra. And again, Puma is known for doing this. It seems like they just change generations whenever they want. There doesn't seem to be any kind of pattern to it. It fluctuates with the year, so we've gone from 2020 to 2021, so that's probably why they've gone from Puma Ultra 1.1 to Puma Ultra 1.2, if you follow me, but the boot hasn't really changed. So again, I'm not really sure why Puma does this. They are famous for doing this in the past, just changing the name of the boot slightly to, a new generation, but the boot hasn't changed. We saw the same with the Future 5.1 and Future 6.1. This is part of the Game On Pack collection, and overall, I'm actually a little bit disappointed with the way they look in terms of the colorway. I actually think this is one of the few boots that look better in the press release photos compared to in person. They're okay, they're just, for me, they just don't really do it. There's a black base, you get little bits of yellow and red, obviously, from the sole plate in the upper itself, and then there's a few little bits of blue in there too. So overall, I'm just not the biggest fan of the way this colorway looks, but I am a big fan of the stylo itself. So we'll talk a little bit about the upper, the sole plate and all that, and then we'll slip them on feet. If you're interested in a more detailed review of the Puma Future, be sure to click up here in the right hand corner to check out the initial review of the Puma Ultra. But this time around, we'll just go through it a little bit quicker because I've gone through the review before. But essentially, this boot features a Matrix Evo upper. So to me, it feels a little bit more like a textile material. I'm not sure if it is textile or not. It's not as flexible necessarily as the Evo knit material, for example. The knitted upper really has a soft feel to it. This one just has a little bit more of a rougher sensation to it because, again, to me, it feels like a textile material. It's still quite thin and very, very, soft overall. It's just not as flexible because of the nature of that textile feel to it, but it's very, very thin. You get the Evo knit in the tongue area, which really makes it easy for you to get your foot into the boot. And again, because it's a Puma boot, it is a little bit wider than something like a Mercurial, for example. Nike's boots tend to be a little bit narrow. This one, on the other hand, is a pure speed boot. I said that in my first review of the Ultra. It's a pure speed boot, but does allow for wider footed people to get in. So in my opinion, it's a little bit more comfortable than the narrow profile of the Mercurial. I have to say though, the new Mercs were very, very good. The upper on those were really, really good. The sole plate is what Puma's calling a speed unit sole plate. So to me, that doesn't really mean much. I like the external heel counter right here. I like the way the design of it looks. I think it looks pretty good, especially in this colorway. And then you get these V-shaped studs in the forefoot. To me, not a big fan of that. You get these kind of bladed ones in the back. Again, for me, it's not ideal. And then you get like these little toe pick things in the forefoot area over here. Puma say that that is kind of inspired by their track shoes. Overall, I just wish the studs were a little bit of a different shape, but I like the actual outsole itself. So that is that. And then the last thing to mention is you do get this Grip Control Pro coating, but only in certain areas. So if you actually run your finger along the upper, you can feel the difference, and you can actually see it on this colorway. There's this thin little layer of silicone here, or this coating, just to make the boot a little bit more durable around the toe box area and around the attachment point where the sole plate and the upper meet. And that's pretty much it. So let's slip these things on over at the turf and we'll talk about fit and feel. So there you have it, guys. There's a quick look at the Puma Ultra 1.2 Game On collection on feet. Again, for the colorway, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It just looks a little bit bland, and I don't think the colors come together as well as they looked in their press release photo. So this is one of the rare boots that I actually think look better online than it does in person. But that's not really the most important thing. In terms of fit and feel, I would go true to size, and again, they're a little bit wider for a speed boot compared to what we're used to. They do feel quite soft, they do feel really quite good on feet, and overall, I'm a pretty big fan of the Puma Ultra. I think it's a really good boot. It's super light, it does feel, you know, it's a speed boot in every sense of the word. It does feel very good on feet. Again, I'd go true to size if you're interested in a pair. And the biggest thing is just to mention that if you have a wide foot and you're someone that wants a speed boot, you want something that's really quite thin, really that one-to-one feel with the upper, but you just can't really fit into something like a Mercurial, this is definitely something that you should look at. The X from Adidas, the Ghosted model, is a little bit thinner than it has been in the past as well. So again, for wide-footed people, if you're interested in speed boots, you're a little bit limited as to what you can try on. So this is definitely a good, solid option for someone that is looking for a speed boot with a wide foot. So again, true to size, I've said that already, and that's pretty much it. So let's send it back to the desk and we'll wrap the video up. So there you have it, guys. There's my quick review of the Puma Ultra 1.2 Game On collection. Overall, I'm a really big fan of the boot itself. I think it's a really solid option. It's a great speed boot. It's very thin and it has plenty to offer overall. Nitpicks is this colorway, it's just not my favorite overall, and I wish the studs were a little bit more forgiving rather than this aggressive V-shaped and bladed design. But other than that, it's a huge release from Puma in terms of, you know, the Ultra overall. I think it's a really solid boot from them, and that is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and leave a like, subscribe, you know the drill, and that's pretty much it for this video. Mike McIntyre, all things sports. I'm signing out for now. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Peace.